Alexander Zverev reaches Australian Open final after Novak Djokovic retires due to injury in semi-final. Novak Djokovic was forced to retire from his Australian Open semi-final against Alexander Zverev on Friday, January 24, due to a muscle tear in his left leg. After a grueling 81-minute first set, which Zverev won in a tiebreak, Djokovic, who was playing with heavy strapping on his left thigh, walked to the net and shook hands with his opponent, signaling his withdrawal and confirming Zverev's place in the final. As Djokovic exited the court, a section of the Rod Laver Arena crowd booed him, prompting a composed response from the 24-time Grand Slam champion, who gave them 2 thumbs up. "I did everything I possibly can to manage the muscle tear that I had," Djokovic said post-match. "Medications, the strap, and physio work helped to some extent today, but towards the end of that first set, the pain intensified. It became unbearable. Even if I won the first set, it was going to be an uphill battle to stay with him for the rest of the match." Zverev, who will compete in his first Australian Open final, spoke out against the booing fans in his on-court interview. "Please don't boo a player when he goes out with injury," he said. "He's won this tournament with an abdominal tear, with a hamstring injury. Show some respect." Djokovic, who was aiming for a record-extending 11th title at Melbourne Park, had been dealing with the injury since his quarter-final win over Carlos Alcaraz earlier in the week. This retirement marks the second time in the past year Djokovic has been forced to withdraw from a Grand Slam due to injury, with a knee issue sidelining him at last year's French Open. "I've been injured quite a bit in recent years, and the stats aren't on my side," Djokovic reflected. "But I'll keep pushing for more slams as long as I feel motivated." The Serbian will consult with his medical team upon returning to Europe to determine the next steps for recovery and his potential participation in the upcoming Doha tournament. His return to action will depend on how the muscle heals and responds to treatment.